You are tuned in to the smooth sounds of the Overly Opinionated podcast.
Live from the 330.
Welcome to Overly Opinionated. Rest in peace to fallen kings, queens, and in-betweens.
And free the guys.
Yes, sir. We've been out here getting some bread.
Yeah.
And I love that.
That shit fire.
Get on, put your niggas on type shit.
You definitely did that.
Yeah. But, so a couple weeks ago, we recorded an episode that was absolutely unlistenable, unpostable.
Mm-hmm.
And you admitted something. You actually told me that you appreciated me because I revealed to you that you're greedy.
Yeah. And I hate that.
You hate that I revealed it, or you hate that it's true?
I hate that it's true, but I'm glad you revealed it.
Yeah.
I needed it.
Yeah, because you agree. You a greedy ass actor nigga.
Yeah, and it's low-key disgusting, for real.
You mean how greedy you are?
Yeah.
And you feel justified, too. That's the thing that be throwing me off.
Yeah.
You feel like you should be just as greedy as you are.
Bro, I'm so disgusted by it. I don't even want to talk about it.
All right. Hey, we don't got to talk about it.
No, but don't be a greedy actor nigga. Like, don't be that.
Yeah, don't.
Like, nah, yeah. That kind of makes me sick to my stomach.
I think it's good just across the board to evaluate whether you deserve the things that you feel entitled to. Like, I think most times we don't do those like self-criticisms. We don't do those the self-critiques. I think most times we don't do those self-critiques where, like, is the thing that I'm asking for actually owed to me? Is that, like, do I deserve the thing I feel entitled to? And
I know I'm a greedy nigga because without even thinking about it, the answer is yes. Like, and that needs to be fixed.
I deserve everything you said.
Yeah, this shit is mine. It's like, we getting this shit out the mud.
Yeah, that's definitely not the way that should be going.
You right. That's why I'm glad you told me that shit.
You old greedy ass actor nigga, man.
It feels so normal being like that too.
Yeah, it feels normal to interact with that too.
Again, I probably would not have known it was a problem until the next person brought it up.
Yeah.
Like, oh, no, you really ain't trying to make no money then. Like, you feel me?
So, just real quick, I wanted to bring up something. Just a little.
You about to hold me?
No, definitely not. Just a little. I just wanted to bring up a little joint. So there was a conversation about blame. Oh man, this is dangerous. This is delicate.
Oh.
So basically the way that I think about this is that just because something isn't your fault doesn't mean that you're blameless.
I think you're wrong.
Oh, okay.
Now, if it's not your fault, I'm thinking of self-awareness right now.
Okay.
If it's for sure not your fault, how can blame be put on them? For not going above and beyond?
No, it doesn't even have to be above and beyond. In my opinion, someone can make a really poor decision and that affect you. That's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
There may be things in the situation where you could have changed had you done something different. And the example that I used, because it was a much more delicate topic, and I feel like y'all can definitely see where I'm going here.
We was about to get into some shit.
We was about to get into some shit. I can't survive that.
That's gonna be a future one though.
Let's try. You think we can spin it or no? Nah, never mind. I don't even want to try it.
I don't want to because we just spoke on police brutality. That's the best way to spin it on.
I feel you. Yeah.
Right.
Let's move on.
Right.
Let's talk about something that I'm like
not so heavy-hearted.
I don't know. It doesn't feel heavy to me, but I'm curious. I'm curious how you feel about it, and I'm curious how the listeners feel. I actually know how some of the listeners feel because I had these conversations. This is something that I'm very opinionated about. Censorship, especially for children. Mm-hmm. I don't like censorship altogether. I want to be able to say what I want. Mm-hmm. I have a vocabulary where I specifically choose different words than most people. Uh-huh. Just because I want, like, this is one of the ways that I express myself. Like the way that I put sentences together to mean the same things that you might say, I choose different words specifically so that it's like unique to me, including cuss words, including cuss words. There are some people who listen to this that hear me cuss more in an episode than they hear me cuss probably in their lives. And I think we're too hard on cuss words. I see them as this. I see them the same way that SpongeBob did. They're like seasonings. They're like flavor. Or they're like sentence flavorers.
I can't go through life without them.
You can't, or you don't want to.
I can't. I don't want to. They're going to slip out. That's why I say I can't.
Yeah.
But I definitely don't want to.
Now, it's funny because I was going to ask you as if I don't know for sure.
How my daughter talks?
Because I don't 100% know for sure, but I know for sure that 2 weeks ago I called you and your daughter answered the phone and said, or no, you answered the phone and your daughter was in the back seat and she was like, "What's up, nigga?"
Yeah.
She disrespected the fuck out of me that day, by the way.
No.
She disrespected me, by the way.
No, she was G-checking you, but
got G-checked by a 5-year-old.
I heard her cuss before.
What you mean? Like, what'd she say? Because to my mom, nigga is a cuss word. And if I was 5 years old and I said nigga, I was getting soap with my mouth.
We told her to tell our dog to be quiet.
Yeah.
Moochie, shut the fuck up.
That's what she said?
Yeah. Because that is what we say to her, dog.
Wow. Y'all mean to y'all dog? We don't got to do this.
We're parents to my dog.
We don't got to do this.
Well, no, I wouldn't say parents. It's a fucking dog. Dogs are not people. So, yeah. Yep.
We don't got to do this.
I don't abuse them, but yeah.
We don't got to
But anyway, yeah, she cusses. I'm not mad at her because we didn't teach her not to.
Why? Why didn't you teach her not to? This is, by the way, the questions that I'm asking are not from me specifically.
Yeah.
This is, I want to build this whole thing.
Because it's crazy. It's insane because I enjoy cussing. Mm-hmm. So to teach her to not do something I enjoy doing is kind of crazy. That's weird.
Yeah, I would actually very much agree with that.
And I don't think it's a problem that I cuss.
Yeah.
There's a time, definitely a time and place.
I think I would disagree with that.
How I navigate through life, there's a time and a place. Like if...
Do you mean that's how it's accepted?
Yes. Okay. I wish I can cuss anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I do. It just slips up. I apologize for it, but I wish it didn't have to be like this.
Me too.
I definitely have to teach her. There's acceptable places and there's not.
Is your home an acceptable place? You don't want to hear your daughter say fuck all the time, right? Or do you not care?
Maybe I'm biased right now because she don't do that all the time. Mm-hmm. I'm okay with the little slip ups that she have.
Yeah.
I think I may feel differently if it was more.
If she sounded like us?
No, I wouldn't feel some type of way because she looks up to me. She talks how we talk.
Literally. Bro, you like 6'4".
Like, she talks how we talk. So yeah. I couldn't be upset for her picking up on what we do.
I think what I'm getting at is that like your ideal? Like in your ideal situation, does your daughter have to censor herself when she's out of the house because of how she usually talks in the house?
I haven't been in a situation where
you'd have to choose.
Yes. Yeah. But the only problems I come across now is like behavior. Like use your inside voice. Like, she don't have an inside voice at home.
Right.
But certain places she needs to learn you gotta have one.
I got you.
So I have problems like that right now.
Because you don't care that she's loud at home.
Right. You at home. Be free.
Mm-hmm.
Like, be comfortable at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't be comfortable everywhere.
Sure.
So.
Damn. I guess I never even thought about that. Was like, man, I don't want to get too far off topic, but I think I actually want to dig into that a little bit more. When you say you can't be comfortable everywhere, is that because of like the way the society looks at behavior?
Yes, and then also if you're comfortable everywhere, I think it comes with problems. And when I say problems, it can put you in a dangerous situation.
Sure, yeah.
So don't be comfortable everywhere.
Yep, yeah.
And then actually, I know this, we're going to get off topic with this. Just bring me back. I read this thing like on TikTok video or something. You know how parents for girls be like, you got such and such coming over, go put some clothes on?
Yeah.
Someone said if you have to do that when a man comes over, that man should not be in your house.
Damn.
That shit hit me.
Did it?
Bruh.
I don't know. Now, this is a little close to home simply because I came to your crib yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly didn't think anything of it. This is her house. I'm not looking at your daughter anyway.
No.
But when your wife came down, she was like, go put some pants on.
Yeah.
Now, does that mean that your wife think I'm a fucking creeper?
No, that's normal. That's what we was taught.
Facts. Me too.
So I didn't show her that video. Yeah. So that shit kind of hit me, bruh. It really did.
I don't know, but just because we were raised this way, I don't necessarily feel like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely understand the sentiment of that video. The sentiment of that video is if it's somebody that you worried about in these, like, that's an extreme case.
Right.
Like, if it's somebody that you worried about on this level,
yeah,
you should probably not be having that person around you.
Facts.
Yeah.
Like, why would that make them uncomfortable that they're around I'm assuming a family member like that?
Yeah.
So it's like, wow.
Yeah, so I guess when you say don't be ultimately comfortable in that sense, makes all the sense in the world to me.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I think, I don't know anything because I'm not a parent, but I had a curious feeling when you said you're at home, be free.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I remember many instances in my childhood where it was like, where that was the idea. And that makes it sound like I grew up in like a military home or something, but that's not what I mean. There were always rules to think about.
Yeah.
When I was at home, like, definitely don't be too loud. Mm-hmm. So what you're saying, like, there was a volume cap for us.
Yep. And this is the thing I mentioned before, like when we were raised, it's not like we were our own people.
That's true.
Like, again, we acknowledge our daughter as her own person.
Right.
Like, she can decorate her room however she wants. Like you want to put your toys here? Go ahead. But we set rules like make your bed in the morning. Clean up when you're done.
Stupid fucking rule.
I agree.
Stupid fucking rule.
But it keeps the household peaceful.
Fuck out of here.
But clean up after yourself. Like, you're not about to have toys all over the house. Like, no. You want to put your toys, keep them in your room. But if you want to jump up and down in the hallway, go ahead. In your room, go ahead. You want to jump in your bed? Don't jump on ours. Jump on yours. Like, you want to flip and all that? Go ahead. Do what you want. This is your room.
Now, what if she starts destroying things?
When you say destroying, like,
she's jumping on her bed, doing backflips on her bed and such. She breaks her bed. Now you got to buy her a new bed, right?
When I come across that, I think I'll do it. Like, she's at the point, like, if she breaks the toy, she'll throw it in the trash. You're not getting another one. Take care of what you have. But she has not cried over a toy because I think she take care of things.
Because she's spoiled?
No, I think, honestly, bro, I think she take care of her shit pretty well. Like, for real. Like, she has one tablet that she had.
Yeah, since I've known her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still works, bro, till this day. Like, she take care of shit. So it's not like we have to, oh, you can't do that with that. Like, we have stopped her from doing some wild shit, like put her tablet on the floor and she's about to jump on it. Bro, no. Like, you got to understand, this is now that's just her unaware of what this actually is.
Yeah.
Like, so
how delicate things are. Yeah.
But other than that, nah, go be free.
You're saying that she's naturally, yeah, I guess that makes sense. And I wonder if you giving her that freedom makes her more likely, or makes her more likely to be this careful. Or I wonder if she's just like naturally this careful, so it makes it easier for you to be, allowing her to be this free.
So it hasn't been often, but like, again, we had to explain to her every place you can't just jump up and down and scream to the top. You can't do. We had to teach her inside voice.
Yeah.
So with the cussing, for some reason, she's already aware. Like, there's certain things you're not supposed to say because you done heard her say, "Don't say bad words around me."
That's a fact. She said, "Don't say that."
But music, like, if I told her to rap, cussing is coming with it. No ifs, ands, or buts.
You like that?
Yes and no.
I find kids cussing hilarious.
No, let me tell you why. When I be like, bro, rap for me, the first thing she want to say is nigga. Like, so that makes, this is what you think rap music is, bro?
Well, she's not wrong. She's not wrong.
And then I love it, but hate it at the same time.
Why would you hate it? You want her to see rap music as the whole thing?
Yeah, like she don't see.
She don't see the Kendrick Lamars. We're not gonna do that
facts.
again. We're not gonna do that again.
She don't see that. Like,
I wonder why.
Listen, hear me out. When she really want to make me happy when it comes to music, do you know what she say to me?
What?
She a bottom boy survivor. I swear to God.
She a what?
A bottom boy survivor.
What does that even mean?
Rod Wave says that all the time.
Of course. Yeah.
So, and then the beat on her chest and like her little swag, bro. I don't know. I love that aspect of it. But when it comes to her idea of like the first thing you want to do when you rap is just cuss, like, hey.
Yeah, I mean, again, she's not wrong.
Right.
I think that's more of a problem than what you're saying.
That's why I never stop her from rapping.
Can you pull that closer to you, bro?
Yeah, that's why I never stop her from rapping.
Bro, just like,
bro, I move too much. Like,
that's why I'm saying, like, if it's close to you.
Yeah. Don't ever do that shit again, bro. Nah, you had enough, bro.
Pull it, boss.
No, you had enough, bro. Nah, I just had a flashback. You weird.
That's hilarious.
Don't touch that shit with my lip again. You did that shit. Watch out, bro. Not my face, okay?
I touched your lip with my mic, boy. That's crazy. That is crazy. But nah, like, she's not wrong. So there is that. Mm-hmm. But the reason that I bring it up, this is something that, like, I feel way more comfortable. Like, there are only places, like, if I'm at someone's house or if it's a certain person, and there are very few of them nowadays, I won't cuss around them. Mm-hmm. But as an adult, I feel like I have taken the freedom to just speak the way that I speak. Because I know, bro, it means so much to me to be able to say these sentences the way that I want. It really does. It means so much to me to be able to say fuck and samesies like in the same conversation.
I'm with you on that one. It gives me a sense of realism.
Yeah.
Like, it.
You're not pretending.
Yeah.
Like when people say like freak or
put
fudge,
on the show. Like, come on,
I'm like, bro, there's no, like, we all know where you're going with that. We all know what you meant to say there. Like, we know what you're hiding under.
Wow. It's like they treat it like it's not normal.
Even though it's the most normal.
Right. It's like sex. Like how we can't talk about sex.
Yeah.
It's
okay.
The same concept. Yeah. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah, I buy that.
Yeah. So it's like the forbidden rule is like you don't say that, and I hate that.
Yeah, you jumped the gun a little bit, but we can get to that. So one of the biggest deals when I was around 18, and I was genuinely like trying to decide whether I wanted children or not. This was one of the things, like the things that make me apprehensive are like how I would raise the kid, what raising a kid would mean, what I would have to like instill into a child. And I have a big problem with authority just across the board. Right. I don't fuck with authority that I didn't agree to. And most authority is authority that I didn't agree to. And raising a kid to like not respect authority is not a great idea. Like,
it causes definitely a lot of problems.
Yeah, a lot of problems, right? Yeah. Now, the lot of problems could easily be like legit trouble, which is something that you want to avoid. But another aspect was like the social aspect. Like, what kind of social life would I be building for this child? Obviously, they had to build their own social life, but you also give them the tools, like most of the tools to do that. And because I have such a hard time with being censored, like it's one of my least favorite things, just because I know exactly what I mean to say. And I want to say it exactly how I want to say it. And I don't care at all I don't care that someone cusses like that. It's just words.
Right.
They're not any more effective or less effective than other words.
I would rather them cuss.
Or offensive, not effective. They're actually more effective sometimes, but they're not more offensive or less offensive than other words. So I don't think I could teach a kid not to cuss. And that's not acceptable, because you're gonna have that kid. I remember that kid. I still remember like most of that kid's names.
Do you think it's teaching them not to cuss, or more like the time and place to cuss?
What I'm saying is, I don't like the idea that there's a time and place where you are not allowed to express yourself.
I agree with you.
Verbally. It was one thing to say like you're not allowed to express yourself by drawing on the walls here. Like it's definitely there. I think there's a difference between being able to express yourself in a way that's going to affect someone because of what you did, and being able to express yourself in a way that's going to affect someone because they are specifically sensitive. Yeah. No, I don't think it works the same way. Like, don't go out and intend to be mean. Definitely don't yell at someone for, not having eyebrows or something like that. Like, expressing yourself that way, you are just being rude to somebody and trying to hurt someone's feelings. But saying that you don't give a fuck about something, like that, to me, is completely valid. You should be able to get that shit off in every situation that you don't give a fuck about something.
Now, what if like you went to a doctor and said, "Damn, you got that shit"? That shouldn't be said.
What you talking about?
Like, what if you got like an STD and that's how they present it to you? Damn, you got that shit, my nigga.
I'm okay with that.
I'm fighting. I'm fighting. First off,
who you fighting? The girl that gave it to you?
The doctor. Don't present no fucking news to me like that.
I think that's a good way to present it.
That's crazy. I feel like you gotta comfort me a little bit when you present some news like that to me.
No, okay. So who's to say that they aren't going to comfort you? Like, who's to say he'll come out like, "Look, man, there's things we can do. There's treatments and everything, but
you got that.
That shit."
Okay. Let's say I'm a doctor. I'm banging. But Apple, the other side, comes in. I tell his family, go dig him up.
That's insane.
Why? That's how I talk though.
No,
he's
but
dead. You're saying he's dead though.
No, you're intending to hurt someone's feelings. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't take specific sensitivity to hurt somebody's feelings that way. Right. And that's why I say, like, there's definitely a line in the sand. I'm just saying I don't think it's where society has the line. And I think I have good arguments for that. Again, so one day, and man, cousins, if y'all listening, like, I still am very sorry for the way that this night went. I was at my family's house, and we were talking about censorship. And I don't remember how, like, what the conversation was, but I was just expressing that I didn't think that kids cussing was a problem at all. And they have children that I don't cuss around. At this point, they had never heard me cuss. Like their kids, them, like I just don't cuss around them, right? And I was expressing to them how, like, I'm basically saying the same things that I'm saying to you now.
Yeah.
And they were saying how, like, they have to teach their kids not to cuss, and it's because they think curse words are bad words.
Right.
Like they are part of the,
like it's a slur or something.
Yeah. They are part of the, majority of society that legitimately thinks that these words are bad words. And I was trying to explain to them how they aren't. And one of the comparisons that I made was the fact that shit could mean anything.
Facts.
Like it could literally mean anything.
This shit is so good.
Yeah, it could mean poop, which is not like, which is like no one wants poop, right?
Right.
But it could also mean like those shoes. Like, man, them shits is hard.
Yeah.
But the word idiot, and mind you, I was saying the S word. Like I wasn't saying shit. I was saying the S word.
Gotcha.
Now I said the word idiot is a bad word. You can't use it unless you like the only thing that the only way that it is used is derogatory.
Yep.
That's the only way that it can be used. But here I am saying it with y'all kids running around, and I don't feel any like trepidation whatsoever.
And they were trying to plug their ears in.
No one reacts to that word negatively because it's just a word.
Right.
And I was like, now if bad words is what it is that make y'all want to teach your kids not to say that, like don't say these words. And I get it. You don't want your kids saying idiot either. But there's a reason that I'm not uncomfortable saying it. And there's a reason you're not recoiling me saying it in front of your kids.
That's a fact.
There's a reason for it.
Because that's a valid point. Do you hear how valid you sounded, bro? They probably kicked you out for being so right.
No, it was just, I think they agreed that, they don't like, you don't want your kids saying that too. Like they would be upset if their kids said that too.
But they would be more mad if they said the S-bomb.
And now that wasn't admitted outwardly, but I think there is clearly a difference in the feeling that, like I said idiot and I did not feel anything about it. They didn't make a face. They didn't do, like, there's not a discomfort. I don't have to censor myself for idiot, even though that's a way worse word than shit. Like, even at its worst, poop is just something that comes out of you. Idiot is a judgment of someone.
Yeah. So where do you think this censorship comes from? You
were taught. Literally. And this was the crux of what turned that into not so good of a conversation. It's the fact that I was comparing censorship to other things that we like. I like to make comparisons to things that are obviously bad, things that you would obviously not agree with. Mm-hmm. So like racism. There are people. So, and shout out to them for being as honest as they could be, because they even agreed that the reason that these words are bad is because they were told these words are bad. Mm-hmm. And I said, yeah, but there are racists that think that black people suck because they were told that black people suck. We already know that that's not a good reason to believe something.
Right.
And they were like, well, you can't compare them. And I'm like, I just feel like you can, though. Like, you have this thing that you believe about the world simply because you were told that.
And they're not willing to learn on
And here I am giving you evidence that that's not the case.
And you just don't accept it.
And they're just not accepting it. And also separating, like, obviously racism is worse than censorship, but they have roots in the same place. You only do something, you only believe something because that's what you were told to believe. Mm-hmm. That's not a good reason to believe anything. That's not a good reason to behave differently.
Do you think it's also like your job professions come into play? Like, I can 1,000% say whatever the fuck I want at my job.
Right.
Now, when it comes to homeowner,
except for nigga, you don't say nigga.
Facts. I don't want them comfortable saying that. But when it comes to a homeowner getting involved, they're not in my job profession, so I can't share that floor with them. I would love to, but I can't share that floor with them. You feel me? So what I'm saying, if I was raised by like a construction worker, mm-hmm. do you think they would share the same beliefs typically?
I think across the board, when it comes to raising children, everyone in America I would say I shouldn't say everyone, like the majority. I think that's the point. That's the reason that we all feel this pressure is because the majority of people do not do cursing in public. Especially not for children. Like you're supposed to assume that you're not supposed to cuss around these kids. Like even when you're in public, like I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I'm around the right people, I'm not going to think about who's there. So like I'll speak the way, like if it was me and you out in public, I wouldn't register that there are children around because I'm so used to talking to you the way that I talk to you. So I would say some crazy shit and then somebody might be like, oh, there are kids around. And I'm like, oh shit, there are kids around. And that's supposed to make me speak differently because they want those kids to speak differently. But that seems like circular, right?
Right.
Like it seems like, okay, so the kids aren't allowed to talk like this because they'll get in trouble and people won't like it. Which means that I'm not allowed to talk like this, even though I'm people and I don't mind it.
Right.
Like, why? I should censor myself because you want to censor these kids?
And the state of that, like, I don't think censorship should happen anywhere public.
And it doesn't legally.
Right. But do you feel this? I'm curious. Do you feel the same way about jokes? Certain types of jokes, like racist jokes or whatever?
What do you mean?
Like, if your kid tells you a racist joke, they're older enough at that point to understand. But like, is there like a time and place for like a racist joke or whatever?
Sure, but
like, should there be a spot? It's censored.
Remember what I said.
About it.
Remember what I said across. Like, I'm saying this for like this is a blanket statement. I'm painting with a broad brush here. You should be allowed to do whatever the fuck you want
and just accept the consequences
and accept what comes with it.
Yeah.
You should just, like, that's what it is. And this is why there are some people that I don't cuss around. Because I don't accept those consequences. I don't want you to think of me that way. As much as I wish that wasn't the case, I can't change. I'm not changing your mind.
I have a question. Because you said you don't want them to think of you that way. Are you willing to speak the way you want to speak and hope to change their minds? Like, I'm not the way you think I am?
No.
Not worth it to you?
Mm-mm. You want to know what's crazy though?
What?
And man, I wish this podcast, I wish I didn't feel this way about this podcast because I feel like I talk myself up a lot. But man, I know I'm intelligent. Like I know that my vocabulary is like higher level than
the
average. Like I know that, or I know how to talk. I know that. Like I know that I communicate well. So I feel like I should be the spokesperson for cussing is fine. Like you can still be Savon and say cuss words. Like I say fuck and have intelligent conversations. Like it should be proof that whatever stigma you have about cussing just ain't the case.
But if you know it offends someone, it's like you're trying to change. But wait,
why?
Listen to what you're doing though. You're trying to change what offends someone.
I don't think so. I don't think that's the case. I wish.
What you're saying is, I'm offended by what you're saying. It's not that big deal. You shouldn't feel that way.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying at all.
So when you did your comparison to the idiot and then the S word, like, what was your point of that? You should not be feeling that way about the S word.
No,
right?
That's not what I was saying. I was showing an inconsistency.
Agree.
Like, bro, you can do whatever you want with inconsistency. Like, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just here to show you that the thing that you say you believe is not what you believe. Like,
Gotcha.
You think bad words shouldn't be said around your children. There are plenty bad words that you don't care about. Bum. Right? Like, bum is not a good word.
Let me bum a cigarette.
Sure. Sure, but that's the only usage you can use.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what usage of shit we're talking about. I could be saying I just took a shit, or I could be saying, yo, hand me that shit over there. And it could literally be soup you made. Right?
Yeah.
And unlike bum, there's a usage you can use, there's a usage you can't. Now, this isn't me trying to change someone's mind. It's me showing you, like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be offended by this. I'm just saying that it doesn't, like, it is objectively not what you say that it is.
Right.
Like, it's not what you say it is. Words aren't bad. Like, I can prove to you that words aren't bad. And I just proved it with 2 different words, that words are not bad. Mm-hmm. You don't mind bad words. You mind this specific set of words. I'm not saying that you aren't allowed. I'm not saying that you shouldn't mind that set of words. I'm just saying that it's not because they're bad.
You're one of the people who don't think it's unprofessional.
No, I don't think it's unprofessional.
I agree with you on that.
Unless your profession is not saying bad words. Like, it's unprofessional for a newscaster to say fuck on the news. I agree with that. It's like, it's in your contract to not say fuck it. Like, your profession doesn't allow that.
Only because of the social terms.
But that, like, if your profession is based on the social norms, then I get that. Then I get it is literally unprofessional for you to say fuck on the news.
And what's crazy, I don't see that fixing.
No, it's not. Especially when I have conversations with people that I love, and it ended up getting, like I said, it ended up getting heated. And I do apologize. Yeah, but mainly because they were under the impression that I was saying what you're saying, what you thought I was saying. Like, you should not be teaching your kids this. I don't get out like that.
Right.
I don't know anything about raising children. And even if I don't necessarily understand why you raise your kid that way, I am not the type to say that you shouldn't be raising your kid that way. But it got heated because it seemed like I was saying that, like, what the way that you're doing it is wrong. And I understand how they got there. Mm-hmm. Like, I understand how it sounded like that because I'm very passionate about this. Like, I genuinely do think that people have a misconception. They think words are bad and bad words should not be spoken. But when, like, if you actually look at the way that it goes, like you don't think words are bad. Like, right. you definitely don't. And when I got passionate about, you know, my point of view, it just went sideways. And when it goes sideways with people that you love, imagine me saying this to a stranger.
Right. Yeah.
Like, imagine me trying to get this off to a stranger, bro.
Definitely come off as aggressive.
And weird. Like, why do you care so much?
Bitch, you don't even got kids.
Yeah. And it's not even, like, definitely the kids part definitely gets me just because this idea that I have is from being a kid and wanting to use all the words that I had at my disposal. Mm-hmm. Like, I have all these words. And it's not even just cuss words, but like all these fucking words that I can't use, even though they would be perfect for the end of that sentence. They would be perfect right here. Like, there is no better way to say affirmative. There's no better way to affirm someone's claim than to say abso-fucking-lutely. No, I'm being dead serious. That might be the most perfect use of a cuss word. Abso-fucking-lutely. That is, I mean, that's immaculate.
Well, that's making a word there.
No, yeah, you're making a word, but that doesn't stop fucking from being a cuss word. Like, absolutely is great.
Yeah.
Fucking super versatile. Abso-fucking-lutely, dog. You can't say that at 8. You can't say that at 8. Imagine coming in after playing basketball at the age of 8. And I don't know if you remember, but playing basketball at the age of 8, that shit could last forever.
Yeah, that's the 9 to 5.
That shit lasts forever. You come in, and this is one of the few times that your mom is like, go grab a popsicle.
Nigga.
You want a popsicle? Abso-fucking-lutely, ma. You feel me?
Yeah.
You can't do that. You can hear your mom say it.
Yeah.
You can hear people on the radio say it. You can hear the this is and that. You know that it exists, but you don't have access to that. And I understand having boundaries between children and adults for actions. Like, there are certain things that you can't do that you can witness happen. Mm-hmm. But I think that is specifically because of how they affect other people. Words don't affect other people in a real way when it's just an expression of yourself. There's a real way. That's the difference. That's the difference that I was explaining earlier when I said, like, if I say abso-fucking-lutely and you get upset about it, That's not because I did something to you. You didn't get offended because I attacked you.
Right.
You got offended because the world isn't exactly what you want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
That offense, I don't feel responsible for whatsoever. Like, even if I could avoid it, it's not my job to avoid it.
But you do have some blame.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I could have avoided it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I couldn't have avoided it. So I'm not saying it's not my job to avoid it. That's not my job.
But like you said, if you could not offend someone, why just not offend them?
Good question. Because I'm losing rights. Yeah. I'm losing very basic rights in order to not offend you. Like, if it's offensive for me to use words that aren't hurtful, then I feel like that's a you thing and not a me thing. Like,
definitely, I agree with you.
Your offense does not override my freedom. Like, I should be free to say what I want to say.
Facts. And
you should be free to get your feelings hurt about it. Get the fuck up out my face.
So, do you feel the same way with like censorship on like the internet and everything?
Everything, bro.
Nothing you should hide?
I don't know if I would say, I don't know if I would go that far. I think the idea is that you should have access to it. I'm not saying that you should be forced to interact with it. Uh-huh. The same for people with, I'm not saying that people with like aversions to cuss words should just have to deal with it. That's not what I'm saying. Like,
in public settings, you should have to deal with it.
No.
Why not?
Leave.
Well, when I say have to, if you're going to be in public, you should not make an uproar about someone else acting whatever the fuck the way they want to in a public setting. Like, that's...
It depends.
Why? On what? Like, this is not just your space. You have to share it with everyone else here.
That's true. There are certain things that I'm okay with people like getting kicked out of a restaurant for. Maybe not cussing, but like yelling and like taking your shirt off and like, I don't know. You might have to get the fuck out of there.
I feel the same way about not tipping.
Huh?
Especially when you don't pay the tip. That was your birthday.
What are you doing
joke.
right now?
Your birthday joke. But definitely worthy of getting kicked out.
Oh,
don't mean that though. But is there something you think we should have access to anything or everything?
Yep. When I say that, I mean expressions. Like, you should have access to expressions.
Well, I'm talking about like on the internet.
If you are expressing, like, people express anger, like different types of porn that people are really into. Like, I think you should have access to all of that shit. Now, again, with everything I say, the caveat is you should be willing to accept the repercussions. And that's the thing, bro. And I think if we could make a connection between what I'm saying and the idea of being able to accept the repercussions when it's not, status quo, that's fine. Like, bro, I cuss a lot, and I have taken it to a place where I'll cuss everywhere. Like, I say just about anything at work, in conversations where other people don't say just about anything. Like, I'll talk to my boss and I'll say fuck, or I'll say shit in front of my boss. A lot of people won't. Mm-hmm. I accept that may come with a, hey, we need you to tone that down a little bit. I accept that. I'll take that risk. I'm going to express myself first, though. You're going to have to let me know that I can't express myself. Yeah. And I think that's perfect for me. That's perfect for me.
Yeah.
Like, I want people to be able to
act normal and get warned about their...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like that's the right thing to do.
Be open to other people's expressions. Like, there was a situation last week where somebody overstepped a boundary, in my opinion. I didn't go crazy or nothing. I just told them, like, hey, that's crazy. What you did, like, I'm not mad or nothing, but that's crazy. And in the future, my exact words were, that's crazy. I'm not angry, but that's crazy. You overstepped a boundary, and in the future, let's do something else. My exact words. And you know why? They were just behaving the way that they saw fit. They weren't intending to offend me. They just overstepped a boundary. And it's super easy to say, hey, yo, definitely don't move like that with me in the future. That's super easy. I don't think there's a reason for them to go into every situation assuming that their natural way of handling things
just stepping on the boundary
is taboo. I think that's unnecessary. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's what I'm arguing for when it comes to censorship. Like, I shouldn't have to walk in a room and hope that I can say fuck.
Gotcha.
Like, you should be less sensitive to it. Because I could be on the phone. If I walked into my doctor's office and I'm on the phone and I was like, yeah, nah, he an idiot. Nobody would bat an eye, bro. Nobody would bat an eye.
But if you walked in this bitch here, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
You need to leave. Right.
Why?
Yeah.
Like, that's just not, I don't know, bro. Like, I don't have the same associations with curse words as other people. I do understand that other associations exist.
Yep.
But because that's not my experience, because that's not my reality, I don't like my reality being invalidated because of somebody else's.
Right. Because that's not fair to you. And then also, how we talk when it comes to slang and shit, like people just, it's like a foreign language. It makes people uncomfortable.
That's a fact. Especially, bro, we weird. Me and you specifically,
definitely.
We're on another level.
Like, yeah.
Like, we basically speak a different language.
And then I say shit that just instantly comes to mind. Like,
yeah.
So,
you a wild boy.
With that, definitely. So with that being said, like, it's like a new language is spoken if we speak comfortable around certain type of people.
That's a fact.
So in order for them to understand us, they'd rather us speak normal.
Yep.
Like,
and I feel like it's almost like they're dismissing or they're declining the opportunity to get to know you. And that shit, I don't know, bro. It don't sit right with me when, like, oh, I have to speak to you the way you're used to being spoken to, instead of speaking to you how I speak, because you don't want to get to know me. You don't want to get to know me through my channel. You want to get to know me through a lens.
I think it's selfish.
But all of it is
and
selfish.
lazy.
All of it is selfish and lazy. I would rather not. So selfish, would rather not put in the effort to change the way that I speak. Lazy. Because it does cost effort. It costs energy to change the way that it costs energy to censor. As it does, like, they, selfish, would rather not listen. They would rather not have to try to figure out what you're saying through your honest way of being, which that's the lazy part. And I get that. Like, bro, I get both sides. It's just society says that I'm the one that has to give it up every single time.
Yeah. Like, you're in America, speak English.
Get the fuck out of here. You know, people have to get used to me saying groovy.
Well, a lot of people don't use groovy.
Exactly. How nice is that? I love that shit.
Yeah, you do. You are the only person I know who say that shit.
That's my point exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So, but it's like.
But what's wrong with that? Get used to me saying groovy. Get used to me saying shit. Get used to me saying fuck. Like,
at a job, though, when you come in speaking your Ebonics.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's not the racist.
Don't do that. Don't stop.
When you come in speaking your Ebonics, it's like, bitch, I'm here to work. I'm not trying to get to know you on that level. Like,
but I am.
Help me understand what the fuck you're trying to say. Like, make this as easy as possible. Like, don't sit here and say, pass me that shit. Like, tell me, can you pass me that piece of paper, please? Be clear. Like, I'm not here to piece together what the fuck you're trying to say.
Hey, and to be honest, bro, it doesn't help that even when I don't cuss, it doesn't necessarily help, because, like I said, I'm all over the place with my vocabulary.
You speak like you're the only person with a dictionary. For real, like,
I pick something from every page.
Like, this my word of the day.
I just pick something. Yeah. No, you're not wrong.
Like,
you're not wrong. That's accurate.
Like, you're the only one with access to that dictionary.
No, that's not the case.
That's what it seems. That's what I'm saying. That's what it seems like.
In some situations, you're right. So, like, it took a while because me and you both. Now, I don't know if you did before I met you, but we'll refer to something the same way that we use shit. We'll say joint.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me get that joint right there.
Yeah.
Like, pass me that joint.
That's old school shit though.
You say so, but joint to all the people that I work with who are about older, yeah.
But
like, if I say pass me that joint, now they get it. It took them like a solid 5 months before they could realize that I wasn't asking them to hand me marijuana.
Yeah. So I think that's more of a culture thing on that one.
Well,
all the Ebonics is really a culture thing for real. So yeah, definitely. But,
yes, sir.
Like, I definitely got people, the whites at my job, saying slime.
Huh?
Yeah. Like, slime. Can you pass me that right there,
bro?
Swear to God.
Put that on something.
I'll put that on my daughter,
bro. That is insanity.
Bro, it's so funny because they got me by like 20 years of us.
You should send them to a crip hood.
And I love that I can influence somebody like that.
No, me too.
So
yeah, I love that too.
I think that shit kind of fire. Like,
my wife said groovy to me this weekend. Look, that shit felt so good, dude.
That's
and there's certain things that you say that you know is you. Like, it's certain things, like, again, when it comes to groovy, there's no way someone is saying that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't from, like, influence from me. Mm-hmm. So that definitely does, like, and that overlap, that shit just feel good, bro.
Yeah, I don't think I have, like, a unique word for me like that I use. That a lot of people don't say.
I would have to think about it.
Like, I say reckless shit.
You do
so
say,
I don't have, like, a saying.
That's true.
So,
no, you.
I'm a wild man.
Yeah, you crazy, bro.
Like, and it's so crazy. If I was like this at work, there is.
If you saying you not like this at work,
let me rephrase this. If
you make racist jokes at work,
no,
okay,
nope. Like, I can't joke about dap catching me or nothing like that because I don't want people thinking I'm serious. Like. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like, bro, at your birthday party, I really told you to lick my envelope. Well, nigga, that is wild.
That sounds insane.
For real, facts.
Yeah.
Like, and what if someone at that table really thought I wanted you to lick my envelope?
They all did.
No way.
You know how many text messages I got, bro?
No, I don't believe. Put that on something.
They said everything was cool except for the dude with the list.
Fuck you. But, like, so it's like, I can't say everything I want to say.
Obviously.
Surroundings.
No, obviously. No, that's not, and that's exactly what I'm talking about here.
It should never be like that.
That's what I'm talking about here is that there are times where you have to weigh what the repercussions would be. Like, what's going to be the outcome if I say exactly what I want to say right now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a problem at all. That's not you losing a freedom. You are absolutely free to fuck your life up. Like, you should be free to fuck your life up. Like, if you were to say in front of all those people, Savon, lick my envelope, and they all think you a weirdo, that's just the outcome. Like, you got to say what you wanted to say, and the outcome is everyone thinks you're a weirdo.
Uh-huh.
Sure. I don't think that's the problem. The problem is that you're seen as a bad guy or someone who doesn't care or someone who doesn't belong just because you have certain words that you are fine saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to a funeral last year and forgot I was in the church. I ended up cussing. And my sister stopped me like, yo. I was like, what? Like, and I was like, oh, shit. I literally said, oh, shit. Like, I forgot where I was at and I just covered my mouth. Like, yeah, that, you talking about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then since I'm not affected by that one because the person whose funeral I went to, they would not want me to cuss around them.
Sure.
But if it was like yours or something like that, it would not be.
Damn, nigga.
I'm only saying that because you right here. But like, if it was somebody who didn't mind me cussing, like, would not have a problem. Like it just feels so much more natural when you're surrounded by people who cuss.
Yeah. And actually, that's one of the things that made it difficult for me. That's one of the questions that I had for parents who don't curse around their kids. One of the questions was like, in most cases, you're just prolonging the inevitable.
Right.
Like they're going to say these words. I would say most of us at least went through a phase where we said whatever the fuck we wanted to.
Yeah, as soon as they left the house.
What is the point in acting like that's not? Why not give them the freedom now? Why give them something to look forward to? Maybe that's why. Give them something to look forward to when they get the fuck out your house.
I think it's self-image. You look like a bad parent.
That's true too.
Yeah,
that's true too. That's one of the reasons. That's what I was saying. Like one of the reasons that I can't have a kid is because what's that kid gonna just walk around talking about fucking groovy all the time?
And then it's not like they look like the kid is bad. It's the parenting. They put the blame on.
Absolutely.
So it's and I think that's why that plays a fact.
No, that's a good point.
And then
that's a good point.
I'm different. I don't give a fuck what type of parent you think I am.
Really?
I don't give a fuck. You're not raising this little nigga.
Yeah, but wouldn't that it could have an effect on your kid? Like if you're a bad, like your kid can't have sleepovers now.
Didn't think about that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying at my birthday dinner. Mm-hmm. We went down there. I went down there and I was talking about Santa and such, and I made a joke that because my kid would be the one not believing in Santa, cussing, all of that. Like my kid would not be allowed to hang out with the other kids because they would be like, y'all, you got to stay away. Yeah. You got to stay away from them. His dad don't believe in God. He don't believe in Santa. He cuss. Like, that's just, it's anarchy over there.
I think I would hope at that point, like now I think my daughter think I'm the best dad ever. All right.
You might be.
So.
That's fire, by the way.
Thank you. I think so too.
That's incredible.
How she looks up to me when she think I do it all. I don't play basketball. She calls me LeBron James. Bro, I don't play basketball. But she know how high I got him on a pedestal. Like she's saying I'm that to her. That's so fire.
It's incredible.
So what she thinks of me, that's why I think I don't care what type of parent people think I am.
Yeah.
And
I understand that.
Like if that would stop her from going to the sleepover, I think I would tell her. And she'll I wouldn't say understand. She would probably know like it's because of how we're raising her. And then she would think it's something wrong with how they're raising their kid. But I know she's too young for that at that point though.
Not just that, but I think you overestimate how much she'll care about the why instead of the what.
Yeah.
Like, I still can't go hang out, like, with, whatever her name is. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't go hang out with the homies. Yeah. Like, that shit not cool, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck why. Like,
you suck.
Yeah, you suck, dude.
You're not LeBron James.
You Carlos Boozer.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. But, yeah, that would make me care if it start affecting her in that way. Definitely.
Yeah. Man, I wish that wasn't even a possibility. I wish that wasn't a possibility. I wish people didn't care what words you said. Like we are all, like I said, we are all over the place, bro.
Mm-hmm. So inconsistent.
It's just, I don't know. It just feels like another way to discriminate against people who don't deserve it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I'm not
consistently, consistently inconsistent.
But this is just one of them ways. This is one of those ones that's accepted. Like you're allowed to discriminate in this instance. You're allowed to.
Do you know anyone who got fired for speaking crazy like that?
No.
Now, I don't read the fine print, but is that possible? Now, I know when it comes to racial things, yeah. But saying fuck and all that, I don't think that's actually, I could be wrong. I don't think that's an actual thing in people's, contracts and shit that you sign or whatever.
I'm sure it is in certain industries, and also in certain situations. Like it would probably take more than just cussing. Mm-hmm. It would take the intent behind it.
Yeah.
So like if you're cussing out like a client or you cussing out a client, get your fucking shit. Like, nah, you gotta go.
Punk ass bitch.
Yeah, you gotta go, Steve. You gotta get the fuck out of here.
Ruin our business. We got death threats because of you.
Yeah. I'm sure there are ways that the words you choose can get you fired. But again, that's a ticket that you buy.
Yeah.
That's not, like, I don't want this to be misconstrued. I know I've said it 3 times now. I don't want this to be misconstrued. I'm not saying that you should be allowed to get away with saying whatever you want to anyone. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that it shouldn't be the thing that you're judged off of first. Like, or at least we should acknowledge that we're judging unfairly. I'm not saying that you have to stop judging unfairly. We all judge people unfairly. Like, when you were talking about the racist jokes earlier.
Yeah. Racist
jokes from white people make me more uncomfortable than racist jokes from black people. And like, I know that's unfair. I'm judging unfairly. I know that. Like, I interact with the fact that that's unfair all the time.
Yeah, I got one. Mine is American flag in the front yard.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's not fair to judge off of that, but here we are. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
So at least acknowledge. I don't like that when I have this conversation, it's as if like, are you like, you don't think that I'm judging people unfairly when I think that shit is a bad word. I'm like, I mean, come on, bro. You know shit's not a bad word, right? Like you know that's not a bad word.
Be realistic,
right?
Bozo. So
yeah. Exactly.
Be realistic.
Exactly.
But it's based off how the world is. It's really, like I was saying before, it's like consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, that's
like,
a fact.
It's always been like that. So
yep.
And do you think, this is a long shot, does race come in effect with the acceptance?
I'm sure it does, but not to any like high degree. There ain't.
My blackness want to say yes.
No, of
and
course.
I'm willing to be wrong on this.
No, what I'm saying, like, yes, I think every time we talk about like what's accepted in society, the more it's associated with black people, the less accepted it's going to be. Sure, except for fried chicken, everybody love that shit.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean. Niggas talk like this.
Naturally, like.
Yeah. What are you supposed to do?
Send them somewhere else?
All right.
That's what they do.
Yeah, man. So this episode is over. You
this Art Month, ain't it?
You off the... Hey, fist in the air, ain't it? Fist in the air, my boy. Yeah, hey, nigga it up at work. Look. How about that?
Nope.
We about to nigga it up.
No, because they could call me back.
Yeah.
You could probably do that at your job, though, can't you?
Oh, no.
I don't want to test the waters.
I do.
No, you don't.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I do. No, I'm not going to lie. I really do, bro. I think about it all the time. Because like I said, I really do like build sentences. Like I do it on and I think people could agree with that. Like I build these sentences and sometimes nigga just works.
Yeah. I
gotta leave it out. I gotta choose something else.
I done slipped up and said it and apologized.
What?
Yeah. Because made them uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm about to turn this off.
Made them uncomfortable. I slipped up and said nigga and made them uncomfortable.
You apologize?
Yeah, for making them uncomfortable.
You apologize for saying nigga in front of racist white people?
Listen to me. I apologize.
Nah.
Don't put words in my mouth.
We can turn this off.
I apologize for making them uncomfortable.
Yeah, hit us up. Like, we'll see y'all next Wednesday. All of that.
Fucking nigger.
Bro, you said what, bro?
I apologize for making them uncomfortable. Uncomfortable.
Do they ever apologize for making you uncomfortable? Wow, you hold yourself, dude. That is crazy. That is super crazy.
I've been uncomfortable one time. That was the first time I went hunting there.
That's not true, bro.
When else have I been uncomfortable?
When the dude said, When he said it's just another criminal off the streets?
No, that made me mad. And I said, like,
Did he apologize for making you mad?
no, I was like, you wildin'. Like, you're a felon yourself. I literally said that. Like, that's another one of you off the street?
Did he apologize?
No.
It's insane that you apologize for that.
But
I don't stand behind that.
It was instant, though. It was like, when I realized where I was at. Like, again, it was like the, bitch. It was like that. I was like, oh, my fault. That shit slipped up. Like, I didn't mean to make y'all uncomfortable. It was like that in the sense of that. Like, I did not mean to make y'all uncomfortable.
Nah.
But
I don't stand by that one. I'm sorry.
But what's your reason for not saying that word?
Because
you don't want to apologize?
No. Man, I don't know that I know exactly what the reason is. I think you're right that like you don't want to encourage usage of that word.
Mm-hmm.
But I also
not
don't,
to say it's a bad word. Please understand that.
I also don't want it to be misconstrued. Because some people like
they think it's
when a white person says, I heard somebody say the N-word, you don't know what they're saying.
It can be the
which N-word. Yeah, which N-word
A.
did you hear them say? Because they don't know to differentiate the two, and I'm sure they do, but they don't, right? Like they
not
still
as
say,
well as us.
They still say the N-word, and they could just be saying nigga.
Yeah, and that is not news,
right?
The ER is news every single time.
My point exactly. I don't want it to be misconstrued that I'm saying something that I'm not saying.
Why would that be a problem when you're black?
Yeah, that's a good question. Not only why would it be a problem because I'm black, but why would it be a problem for them to misunderstand? Like, it's not my job. Fuck, dog. I don't know.
And please understand, I'm not telling you to go say nigga at work.
I feel like you are.
I'm not.
No, I'm about to go to work tomorrow rapping that BPT by by YG. Nigga. That's how I'm walking into work like that tomorrow.
I'm not telling you to do that.
I feel like you are.
But
yeah, you convinced me too.
What I'm asking you is, does the good outweigh the bad in the best possible scenario and the worst possible scenario?
Ooh. I love that. No. No, it doesn't. And I think that calculation is why I don't say nigga at work now.
And I think the worst case scenario is it goes back to what's going on now. No one's saying it.
That's worst case scenario?
Yeah.
No,
now, when I say that,
I disagree.
Is they start saying it. It becomes a problem. Take it to HR, whatever you want to do.
I think that would be a way bigger deal than just no one says the N-word. I think taking it to HR turns into no one can even cuss. Oh, now all the censorship is high.
But then you bring up the point of a very valid point. Idiot will not cause.
Then I can say nigga. Careful now.
Now listen, they can't. When I say they, I'm speaking of.
Careful now.
You know, your colleagues. That's the word I'm looking for. Colleagues. They don't understand that is not always a derogatory term.
Okay, what I'm saying is, if I can make the claim that I can say idiot and fuck at work, then wouldn't they be allowed to make the claim in HR that they can say nigga? Savon even said that it doesn't mean the same thing as the one.
Let me play devil's advocate.
I just did.
Let me. Why are you against them saying nigga? If it's not
can
always.
We wrap this
no.
up? Bro, we had an hour
please,
20.
No, please. I have to hear this answer. What is wrong with them saying nigga if it's not always a derogatory term?
Nothing.
Coon. You're a coon.
I just wanted to end it.
Wow. No, make sure you keep that in there. Me calling you a coon and you saying nothing. I want that answer though.
You want the answer?
Yeah. If it's not always a derogatory term.
Fuck, man.
Wow.
No, I honestly would just say, I would be very uncomfortable. I would be incredibly uncomfortable.
Welcome to my world, buddy. That's what they're gonna say to you. And then you back to not saying it.
Oh, you fucking me up, bro. You fucking me up. Because didn't I just make the same argument that they would have made?
Mm-hmm. It's not their job to make you comfortable.
That's a fact. Wow. Well,
I'm glad I talked you out of not saying it now.
Damn. So this whole episode is R.I.P. because like
contradicted yourself.
Yeah, I can't.
But no, wait though, because remember that golden now you always corrected me. Just in this episode 2 for me.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yep.
What?
Damn, bro. So damn.
What you want to say, I feel like is not fair. It's simply not fair. Right?
What's not fair?
Because you don't want them to say it because of the history?
Yeah. Yeah, man. And fuck, bro. Wow.
You don't know, huh?
Okay, so I would say that I'm uncomfortable with them saying it.
Because
of the history.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think I would make a stink about them saying it in the context that I use it. If they used it the exact same way that I use it, I don't think I would make a stink about it. But I would definitely bring it up to you. I would bring it up to my wife.
Every single time?
I would bring up how comfortable they are.
For me, the problem is I would never know their intent. So when I say that.
How not? If they use it the exact same way that you use it.
I'm going to tell you. This is my culture, right? I can say niggas be wildin'. If a white person said, are you speaking of blacks?
Sure.
Or everyone?
Sure.
I would have to second guess that.
But not if they used it. But not if they use it the way that you use it. Because you use it for everybody. You don't use it just for black people.
But again, if a white person say niggas be wildin', I have to second guess if you talking about
So
blacks.
you just don't think it's possible for them to use it the way that you use it?
No, it's possible. But I would have to second guess it every time.
This is going to be the longest episode.
But listen what I'm saying, bro. When you tell me niggas be wildin', I don't ever think you're speaking of black people. Niggas just be wildin'. When white people say niggas be wildin', they're either talking about everyone or black people. I don't think you're talking about just black people, ever. You get what I'm saying?
I do.
So every time a white person say that, I would have to think, what are we talking about here? This is Ebonics right now that you're speaking to me.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like it.
Damn, bro.
That is the only reason why I don't like it. Because I don't know if you're being racist or you're speaking like me.
Okay. So let's leave situations like that out of it. Okay. Now, what if they're talking about a white dude and they were like, nah, that nigga crazy. That's fine, right? Like, that make you uncomfortable still, though, right?
Yeah.
It make you uncomfortable still. Yeah. Like, it make you uncomfortable, but are you going to, like, do you bring it up to your wife when you get home?
Yeah, every time.
Damn, bro.
Every time, bro.
We racist.
Damn. But I think that's the black in me that's uncomfortable, bro.
We inconsistent.
I know.
Fuck.
I know.
We just spent an hour and 15 minutes talking about censorship ain't cool.
Bro, I know.
Fuck.
I know.
Oh, this is going to fuck me up. Like, okay, you know what? No. I love that we can't reconcile this. I want to reconcile this. I'm going to chew on this for a while, too. Like, I'm really going to delve into the real way that I feel because this is very inconsistent. But we want to censor other people from saying nigga. But we don't want to be censored from saying other curse words.
Yeah.
I love that we got here. It hurts. It definitely hurts to be this inconsistent. But I love that we got here. I need this. This is gonna make me better. I'm gonna either shut the fuck up on the cuss words thing, or everybody can nigga it up.
Damn.
Maybe there's a way around it, but that does not seem likely.
Yeah.
That
I'm with you, bro.
That feels unfair. Shit. Yeah. Wow, here we are. Oh, now we absolutely need people to weigh in.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Wow. Yeah. Thank y'all for hanging around so long. We appreciate y'all for being here every step of the way. We appreciate y'all giving us a chance, because I know that these views that we express a lot of times are not
your views,
and they're not common views. They're not something that people always think of. So we appreciate y'all for lending an ear. This is the type of shit that I do this for. I feel like I have some kind of outside the box thoughts and ideas, and would love to hear how they line up with y'all's. Hit us up at the Overly Opinionated Pod on Instagram, at the OO Pod Boys on Twitter, and the Overly Opinionated Pod at gmail.com for the geezers out there. And we will see y'all next Wednesday.